Welcome to Unboxing. My name is Rafael Subiro, and on this video I'm going to go ahead and talk about the previews and predictions of Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Amir Khan. I'm going to go ahead and go real quick on this video also. Got a couple of days before the fight, and just want to go ahead and just go do it overall. Didn't have enough time to go into detail. Right now I'm not looking to go into detail like I did before. I do that more in the future when I have more time. But let's get into it. From now on, starting in May to September, you can see a couple more fights in between, especially this one, and hopefully September, probably one of the winners of this fight will go ahead and fight somebody that's coming back into retirement. And we'll go ahead and talk about that a little bit later. But let's get back to the fight and the fighters. When they first announced this fight, wasn't that really of a big deal because Amir Khan, being a smarter guy going out to fight, everybody thought it automatically easy win for Canelo. But just wait up a second. Amir Khan shown to be a good boxer, and let's go into details of Amir Khan, what he brings to the table. Start off the back, he got fast hands, 1-2 punches, 1-2-3 punches. Got a pretty good reach. He's taller than Canelo, better reach than Canelo. He actually coming a little bit heavy, a little bit solid looking. Coming to this fight, he had gained some muscle trying to come up here, but his trainer will say that he's actually looks pretty good every time he fights at 147, at 153, 152 pounds. He does a little bit more better than he does 147, of course, because you drain yourself to make weight. But at the same time, if you drain that much and you look better at a certain weight, why don't just go ahead and fight at that weight? So besides Amir Khan's skills and speed, he also has a good trainer on his side, Virgil Hunter, which is also trained Andre Ward. With Virgil Hunter, he picked him up after his loss against Danny Garcia, saying that, which even before Virgil Hunter, he had Freddie Roach, which is another good trainer. And so he's been having pretty good trainers back to back. And they're showing different skill levels and stuff like that, and it just helps him out in his career. And he's kind of smart. He picks up on it. And again, he does have the skills. He does have the speed. And let's go ahead and talk about more of his pros. Like I said before, he got pretty good skills. Pretty fast, 1-2 punches. He's able to move around. If you see in the past couple of fights, he's able to box like Mayweather boxes, which he's trying to do for certain reason. That's probably one of the reasons probably Mayweather didn't want to fight him, because they both almost have I won't say same styles, but those probably styles won't make a good fight, or Mayweather has problems probably with that style. Virgil Hunter has teach him how to throw more punches, technical, and be more solid. And let's go ahead and go to one of Amir Khan's cons. Fuck, that's weird to say, cons. But one of the cons is, one of the things about him is towards the end of the rounds, he lacks endurance. I'm not sure it's because he's cutting down too much weight. And if it's so, why he's still fighting at 147 if he can't last later rounds? So he had problems with Chris Algieri, but he's able to get tired to his inner rounds, and I'm not sure why they keep on fighting at 147. He could be fighting at 154 if they say he's good at that weight, at 152, 154. Another thing he's bad at is his defense. You see, he always gets knocked out with left hooks, which he did against Danny Garcia, who really has a short reach. Shouldn't have got too close to him to do that. And they're trying to blame it on Freddie Roach. Him and his father received the 24/7, trying to say that Freddie Roach didn't teach him that much defense. But at the same time, it's a real basic defense technique. Just pick up your left hand. And basically what I see out of that is somebody being lazy or too comfortable. Another thing you see, basically when you see the Danny Garcia fight, he gets kind of discouraged when Danny Garcia started landing punches on him, started reading him out, and started just popping him in there, and kind of got discouraged. Didn't go back to his game plan, and he just fell off and just didn't get uncomfortable again. And of course, probably the biggest everybody sees is he's going up weight. That's another con for him, because he's moving up weight. First time fighting his weight, and he's gonna fight somebody who's been fighting this weight division for a while. Canelo's younger, so he's stronger. He's able to do more at this weight division. Something I had talked about before, how when he fight Miguel Cotto, basically he's just younger. He's gonna win the fight because he's younger. He's able to outstand Miguel Cotto. And let's go ahead and talk about Saul Canelo Alvarez. He got a lot of things going for him, especially his weight. That's why he's favorite. Also, he's fighting hometown Las Vegas. Crowd will be cheering behind him. Got the Mexican crowd. So basically, he's going to fight on court advantage. Also, coming with the weight, being at the weight, he carries more power than Amir Khan, and he's able to put his punches together. And one thing he always go for is the left hooks, which Amir Khan is able to slack off on his defense and let Canelo or anybody really hit him with the left hook. And if you see previous knockouts all through his career, he always gets knocked out with the left hook. Canelo's speed is not really speed like Amir Khan's. Like when you talk about speed, you always talk about speed like one behind, one punch after the other, putting those combinations together. Also being explosive, beating somebody to the punch, and Canelo does have that. He's real powerful and comes out explosive, with explosive punches. Like Juan Manuel Marquez, he's not really that fast, but he's able to beat Pacquiao through the jabs and be the first one to land the punch. And I think sometimes that's what Canelo will be able to do. And one of the other pros, I'm probably just thinking about it, just wishing he actually does get better from the previous fight. He did fight Miguel Cotto. He just did fight Miguel Cotto, which is a real technical fighter, which he showed he was able to outstand him. But then again, Miguel Cotto was old. Not as quick as Amir Khan, but he's able to withstand somebody with good boxing technique, which is Miguel Cotto. Go ahead and go to Canelo's cons, and one of them is actually basically his boxing skill. A lot of people still see him not really advancing to that boxing technique he needs to do to be an elite fighter, to be a great fighter, or to be one of these great fighters. And that's probably one of the reasons he hasn't fought Triple G yet, because they don't think he's ready to fight somebody that's really technical. He's able to match him up for power and punch for punch. He still kind of lacks on that defense. I don't understand his trainers. He's been having the same trainers all through his boxing pro career, which I can understand. But at the same time, they never had advanced him. He's still boxing the same way he's been boxing 5 years ago. He's still boxing the same way he's been fighting Mayweather. So him to fight Mayweather right now, I think Mayweather beat him again. Just outboxing him, keeping out distance, and just moving around. And talking about Mayweather, another thing he's real bad against is his fighters that box like Mayweather. They move side to side, do a lot of movement. He had problems with Mayweather, Lara, and then with Amir Khan, he probably had some troubles there too. He's always wanted to plant his foot and looking for the knockout punch, which is good for the fans and everything like that. But at the same time, you gotta keep these fighters off rhythm. And one thing to do is go ahead and jab and just keep on lighting your feet and just keep on chasing these boxers down. Just go ahead and just fight, box with them instead of going punch for punch or trying to get knocked out all the time. He throw a punch. So he hasn't really got his feet work done pretty good to be fighting these other boxers. These other elite boxers, he did okay with Miguel Cotto, but just basically him overpowering Miguel Cotto. And another thing too is like I said before, his trainers they look good people, but at the same time, I don't think they ever brought in somebody to help him out to get that extra edge on Canelo, because he's still 25 years old, still able to learn a lot of things. And you can't really change a boxer once they've been fighting so long for a certain style, but you can at least add some techniques, just polish their techniques a little bit here and there, which Virgil Hunter has done with Amir Khan. Amir Khan's been looking better. So that kind of goes against them. Another thing that goes against them is his speed. Like I said before, Amir Khan does real quick combination. Canelo does too, but he has to plant his foot. He can't do it while moving around. And also another cons of Canelo is his defense. He always trying to get the knockout punch, so he ends up eating a lot of punches. But before you know it, it's already 12 rounds, and he really lost the fight for taking a lot of punches. And that's going to cost him if you don't take up on his technique when boxing. Just box him right. If you're going to be throwing power punches all the time, make sure they count and don't miss. And you just make sure your punches percentage is up there high, and just make it worth it each time you land. Pretty much I think about Canelo's cons. Even though he's still young, he still has 10 years of professional boxing. So you can't really say experience, because he does have a lot of good fights with elite fighters compared to Amir Khan. Let's go ahead and just get into the prediction. Basically, I think Canelo's going to win 10 rounds, KO. Not really nothing against Amir Khan. I just think his endurance doesn't show that much. I just think for Amir Khan to win against Canelo, he needs to go 12 rounds. And he doesn't look good towards the later rounds unless he's actually be running away from Canelo. It would be a different story. But Amir Khan doesn't have the technique as Mayweather or Lara of moving around as they do. So Amir Khan will stay still every once in a while, and I think Canelo will catch some good punches. And because he's going to get tired towards the end of the round, taking those bigger punches from bigger weight that Canelo weighed against him, he's not be used to it and get a little bit more tired than expected. And again, like I said before, he hasn't fought this weight at all. So he don't know how he's going to feel against this bigger weight fighter. But Canelo, for some reason, he does carry a lot of energy. Even though his punches probably die off a little bit of power towards the end, he throws a lot of them. And if he keeps on throwing a lot of punches, I think he's just going to get to Amir Khan. He's going to get him all frustrated, and he's going to get tired, and he's going to get knocked out. Me saying that, I don't think it's going to be a real easy fight for Canelo. Canelo still has to work on his game plan. Make sure he gets Amir Khan off early. Get him frustrated, and make sure he cuts him off from the ring as much as he can. And one of the reasons by doing that is by hitting the body, which Canelo has a good body hit. I am a Canelo fan, but I'm not a Canelo fan because I'm Mexican. Me looking at him as a fighter, he still needs a lot of improvement for him to be great and lead us. When you see him lose against Mayweather, Canelo wasn't ready for that. So you kind of want to see him improve from then, just in case if the winner of this fights in September, if y'all don't know already, Mayweather has been trade marketing TBE 50, TMT 50. So basically, he's trying to go for the 50-0 win. He's been talking about with CBS, Showtime getting 100 million again. So it might be out of this two, because besides Canelo and Amir Khan, or really besides Canelo, the only person out there who could probably give him big money is Pacquiao. Where I really want is for Canelo to fight Triple G, for Triple G actually has somebody to fight. Or the winner fights against Mayweather. If Amir Khan's able to go 2 rounds and beat Canelo, he probably had a chance to fight Mayweather. There's no reason for Mayweather not to fight him at that point. And he's going to get more popularity, and Amir Khan does have a good following from the UK, New York, and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, but most likely I'm thinking Canelo's going to win 10 rounds TKO. And then again, this is boxing, anything happens. On the last video I said Triple G's going to win by 8 rounds. KO, he did win by KO, but he won in like 2nd round. And the reason I didn't expect him to go ahead and just go all balls out and just try and knock out somebody. But I guess it looks like he's impatient. He's tired of playing with these guys. Even though the top-ranked fighters, they don't need to be fighting him right now. He needs to be fighting Canelo or somebody else in the top 160 pounds. But let's see what happens after this fight. Thank you again for watching Unboxing. If you want to go ahead and leave any comments, questions, go ahead and do that in the comment section box below.